Now that you have installed your Kwikset PowerBolt 240 electronic deadbolt on your door, if you don't know how to do this process, I do have a video, I will leave a link here, of how to install this on the door. But once you have it installed, you want to now add some user codes. To give you some notes before we jump in, once installed, you can install up to 12 unique codes. So these codes must be between 4 and 8 digits. They cannot be 3 numbers, they cannot be 9 numbers, they have to be between 4 and 8. In saying that, they must be unique. So you cannot use the same codes with the same first series of numbers. To elaborate on that, for example, if your code is 1234, you cannot now make a second code 12345 because the lock will have already registered 1234 as a code. It will open as soon as you press 1234. So if you tried to make 12345, you would press 1234 and it would start to open because it already has it in its system. So if you are running into issues at some point in this video and you're getting a flash, it's probably because one of your 12 codes is running in the same series as another one. So make sure that you really scramble up the numbers if you're really going to put 12 codes on this lock. So in saying that, let's go ahead and start with our first user code. We've installed this on our door. What do? So the first thing you want to do is come to the inside of your door, where I'll flip this around, and we will slide off our battery cover. So we remove that and we'll set that aside. And what we're going to do is press our programming button, which is right next to this lower screw. You can see this right here. So what you're going to do is press this button, come around, and press the 1-2 button. So just to make this easy for the video, we will press the programming button. You'll hear it beep, and then we'll come around and we'll press 1-2 and then the lock. And then we will choose our code. Let's go 3, 4, 7, 8. And then we'll press the lock. Just like that, the deadbolt will figure out its orientation and it will learn its lock. It programmed, it went green. So now, let's say that we leave and our door is locked. We come back, 3, 4, 7, 8, just like that. We now have our first user code. You can continue this process up to 12 times with different codes. Again, my code is 3478, so I cannot give somebody 34789. Otherwise, it will flash red back at me and say, try again. So that is how you add a user code to the Kwikset PowerBolt 240 deadbolt. Now let's say that we want to install a one-time user code. Let's say somebody is coming over to drop off a package of some kind, and you just want them to only be able to get in once. Let's say it's on your garage or something like that, and they're dropping off a box. You don't want to give them anybody else's code, so you're going to set one that only works for them one time. After they use it, the lock forgets it. So to do that, we're going to, again, we've removed our battery cover on the inside. We will press our programming button. We'll come to the front, we'll press 1-2, then we will press 5-6, we will press our lock, and then we will go 7-8-5-6 lock. So now we just created them a one-time code of 7-8-5-6. They come by, they drop off their package, they press 7-8-5-6, it flashes, and then let's say that 30 seconds goes by and it locks the door. They come back later that day, trying to be sketchy, I guess, and then 7-8-5-6 doesn't do anything. So it was a one-time code. That is how you set the one-time user code on the Kwikset PowerBolt 240. So let's say that we want to delete a code. We've fired our gardener or whatever the reason. We don't want someone to have a code anymore. To do that, because this is new, let's make a new code for our gardener. To do that, we'll do it one more time. We will press the programming button on the inside. We will press 1, 2. We will press the lock. We will give him the code of 9087. We will hit lock. Now, when our gardener comes by, 9087 is his code. Now, let's say that we want to delete that because he's no longer our gardener. What you're going to do is press the programming button on the inside and hit the number 34. The beep goes over, we'll hit 34, we'll hit the lock button, we'll press his code, 9087. We hit the lock button, we'll press it again, 9087, and we hit the lock button. Now, if our door is locked and he comes by, 9087 does absolutely nothing. His code has been deleted. That is how you delete a single user code from the Kwikset PowerBolt 240. So let's say you want to get rid of the sound. That beeping is very loud. At night, it can be kind of an annoyance to some people. Honestly, as a locksmith, I recommend always removing the sound because it's one more thing that drains your battery faster. So to do this, this works to disable and re-enable the sound. You're going to hit the programming button. You're going to press 1, 2. You're going to press 1, 2. And then you're going to press lock. Now, no beeps. Just like that. It's a silent lock. You can repeat this process to bring the sound back. I recommend, again, leaving the sound off. Just one more thing to cause a lockout one day. So let's say that you're going on vacation and you don't want anybody using your, let's say that this is on a short-term rental and you don't want anyone to get in unless they have a key. You want to just disable without having to figure out how to erase all 12 and give all 12 back their codes. You probably don't even remember their codes at this point. You just want to disable them all just temporarily and then bring them back when you get back from vacation. To do this, you will disable user codes. You will press the programming button on the back. You will press 1, 2. You will press 3, 4. And then you will press lock. Now, if someone tries to come back with the 3, 4, 7, 8, nothing is going to happen. None of the 12 codes will work until you come back. We'll let the light go off and reset again. So you'll come back, you'll use your key to get in. Then you'll go to the inside, you'll press the programming button. You'll press 1, 2, you'll press 3, 4, and then you'll press lock. Now, 3, 4, 7, 8 works again. That is how you enable and disable everybody's user codes. Now, this lock comes out of the package with an auto lock set to 30 seconds. So after 30 seconds, the deadbolt will lock itself. Let's say that 30 seconds is way too quick for you and you want to change it to a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's up to you. But what we're going to do is change it from, let's say, 30 seconds. We're going to change it to 1 minute. So to do this, to give you something to write down really quick, if you want it to be 30 seconds, you could just leave it how it is out of the package. If you want to change it to 1 minute, you will choose the 3, 4 button. If you want it to be 3 minutes, you will choose the 5, 6 button. 5 minutes is the 7, 8 button, and 10 minutes is the 9, 0 button. Just for the sake. And then if you wanted to change it later back to 30 seconds, that is the 1, 2 button. If you want to write those down, we'll jump into this part. So what we'll do, we're going to change it from 30 seconds to, let's say, 10 minutes. We're going to press the programming button on the inside. We will press 1, 2. We will press 7, 8. We will press lock. We will then press 10 minutes, which is 9, 0, and then lock. Now we have set our auto lock feature to 10 minutes. So now I'm going to show you how to program your lock to rehand itself. Handing is which side the lock turns to extend and retract the deadbolt. Right now it is on this side of the door, so it's going to twist this way to extend and this way to pull the deadbolt. If we were to remove this from a door and put it on this side where the deadbolt has to go that way, you've already programmed your door to continue spinning this way. So you don't want your lock to continue sending your deadbolt into the wood. So to rehand the lock, let's say that you've upgraded your front door, so you've removed this and now you're using this somewhere else on a door that faces the opposite direction, you will want to rehand it. To do that, you will press the programming button. You will press 9, 0 and lock. So now your lock kind of timed itself and figured out it can't go that way. It has to only go this way. So that is how you program the rehanding of your deadbolt. So let's say that you want to just erase everything and start again from scratch. You don't want to have to remember how many codes were on this lock. Maybe some people just haven't used them in a long time and they've left, or you just can't remember and you want to start over. So to do that, you will go to the inside and you will press and hold the programming button for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then you will let go and press it one more time. You'll see the green light. Now, if we lock the door, our original code, 3, 4, 7, 8, does nothing because we no longer have any codes. It is back to a factory stock lock. So let's say you want to install a programming code. This is actually highly suggested, especially if you are a landlord, and especially if this is like a short-term rental. Instead of being able to easily remove the cover, press the programming button, and then just start programming, you want them to have to know a certain code. That way they can't just change codes on you and leave. So to enable a programming code, we will first remove the battery cover and we will press the programming button one time. We will press 5, 6. We will press lock. We will enable a new code. We will say 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, and then we'll hit lock. So now we have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4 programming code. So now that we have a programming code, let's say that we start all over again and we want to do all of these steps again, but instead of pressing the programming code, we're going to now use our programming code. So let's set a user code now using our programming code. We will press 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, lock. Then we will press our 1, 2. We will press lock. We will put 1, 2, 5, 6, and lock. So now 1, 2, 5, 6 is now a user code. Instead of pressing the button on the back, all we did was now set ourselves a really protected password code. That way nobody else can add their own user codes for their friends to come by later.